I'm literally going to go through all the characters and show you what I think is the most practical 3C clash cancel I see that is good for them. Before I continue, I'd like to note that I'm going to be using Hisui just because she has a downward JA. Other characters that have different JAs may have a different punish for 3C clashes, so this is why we will be using Hisui for every example. Now for Arc, as shown in the example, you can use 2-2A. Like that. As for the combo, I don't know, to play Arc. Maybe you can get something out of like Moondrive. Or something, I'm not sure. Also, because the new Moon skill changes, her 2BC is also 6 frames. So you could also use something like this. Oops. Maybe you get like a nice combo out of that. So yeah, those two are your special cancels. Ciel is also pretty similar to Arc, as she does have her 2-2A as well. Yeah, pretty nice combo from it too. I don't even know if that was optimal, but she does get a nice combo off for 2-2A. She actually cannot use 2BC, as her 2BC I believe is like 9 frames or something, so I'll show you what I mean. Can't really use 2BC. Lose like that. Unique option that you could do is 2-1-4C, something like this. But like, yeah, it could be a little bit inconsistent at times if you're not... Like, I can't like you just block in time. So yeah. 0 punish. That's another option you could do, but mostly you'll probably just be doing that. So those two are your special cancels. For Akiha, her main clash cancel is going to be her 6-3A, so something like that. As for the combo, I mean, I don't know. She probably gets a really nice combo from it. Oops. I don't play Akiha, but you probably get a nice combo out of doing a 6-3A like that. Her 6-3B is too slow. Oops. That, and then her 3BC is too slow as well. So the main one, again, 6-3A. So in Tona's case, it's a little bit interesting. So for his clash cancel, against any character that doesn't have a downward JA, his can low profile most JAs, so in his case, he get 3C, 2-1-4A. Yeah, nice starter out of that as well. But if you do a downward JA, then it'll lose. So I'll show you with Hisui really quick. So if you do Hisui right here, cleanly loses. You do have a couple options that are both pretty strange, but they do work sometimes. So Shiki can 2-1-4C. And then you get, you get a very strange pickup combo out of that. But it does work at the right angles. But it's a little bit weird. You could also 6-3A his ADP, so. But it's a little bit weird. It's very, very specific on the angle. Like, if I do it again, I'll probably fail. Like, right here. Like that, see? It's very weird. I do not recommend this at all. Fortunately, like the other characters, Tona could also just moon skill, so in this case, he could just 3BC. Like so. Yeah, pretty nice clash cancel option there. So your main options, so if they don't have a downward JA, I'm gonna do the slide, but of course I lose to Hisui JA there, but we could do 3C into 2-1-4A. And then against downward JAs, you could do this very weird 2-1-4C, or you could do moon skill, like so. So those are your options. So in Kouma's case, it's actually kind of funny because there's not really much of a reason to use 3C because his 2B also has it involved. And if it clashes, you can just 5A. Whereas other characters cannot even normal cancel. So in that case, 2B is probably your preferred anti-air actually here. If you do want to use 3C, it's a little bit awkward to not a lot of clash cancels that you could do besides like moon skill. So you could probably do like that or like a normal DP. Not really sure, but I think for the most part, this 2B is like a little bit more preferred here. Especially because since his 3C moves him forward and then his 2B stationary, so yeah. this point, you just probably just 2B. The Noel case, she actually has a lot of options against 3C Clash. So for one, just like Ciel and Arc, she could just do 2-2A, so... Like that, for the combo, I don't really know. I don't play Noel, but you do get a 2-2A starter, and that might be good for you. Just like, again, Arc, you could do 2PC, so like this. Bam. And then whatever combo you could do. A unique option you could do is her 236C actually, so you can do something like this. Actually works pretty cleanly. A lot more cleaner than I would have thought, so maybe a 260 starter is like a pretty good starter for her, so that's another option. And then a final option that she has is 6BC. Backsteps the JA and then gets the hit there. So she actually has 4 options, making her, so far from this list, the most options she has that are practical. In Vlov's case, at least pre-patch of this video coming out, he used to not have a 3C Clash cancel. So all of his specials are a little bit too slow. Like 2 and 4 doesn't work, Fireball doesn't work. So he usually has to do a universal option like the jump throw, but as we know, it's pretty inconsistent at times. However, in this patch, he could do this now. You now cleanly do 360. Now it's a little bit dependent on the range. I actually don't know how it worked exactly. I only learned this recently. Like sometimes all the hits connect, sometimes you trade. So maybe we get see right there trades. However, the hit is very consistent. And you can get a nice combo out of it too. So here's a combo. Something like that. I don't know his combo routing, but I mean that's nearly 5k, so pretty good now for Vlov. But to note though, it's only for ice mode 260. Like if we go to fire mode, it's not gonna work. So here's fire mode. It's gonna be way too slow. It's not gonna work. It's only in ice mode that this works. Just like that. So that is now an option that he can do. So yeah. But for Roa, he does have an option that is similar to Tono in that if it's not a downward JA, he can just do in Roa's case 226A, so something like this. Low profile. Whatever the combo is, I don't know. Could be a combo. But that's an option, but obviously if you do a downward JA, it's not gonna work. So we do Hisui here. Loses right there. So you do have some other options with Roa. So for one, you could do ADP, so you do something like this. Like that. And for some reason, unlike Tono's, Roa's is actually really consistent. Like this will hit pretty much consistently. I mean that happened there, but works pretty consistently. And then you could probably do some sort of MD combo or something like that. And then just like any other moon scale DP, you could also just do something like that. So those two are your main options. It's either going to be ADP or Moonscale DP. And then against characters that don't have downward J, you can also do 226A. Whatever is more comfortable or like whatever does more damage is your choice for your 3C cancel. So for Miyako, she has 2 main options. Her main one is going to be 2-1-4C. As a 6-frame startup, so you'll see here. Very consistent, and then on the hit, you can just do like some sort of moon drive combo. Oops. That damage, huge damage, literally insane, 5k from that. So it's really, really good. Another option that you can do, especially since the Moon Skill changes came, is you can do Moon Skill DP. Or get a nice combo like that. Something like that, but that's pretty nice as well. But yeah, those 2 are the main ones. 2-1-4C being the main one though. So for Hisui, she could the main one I saw that she could do 623B, so like that. I don't know her combos, but she can do 623B there. And similarly, she could just do her Moonskill version as well, like that. Another option that I saw is that she could do her item toss EX, so also works. She could kind of do 2-2C, but not recommended. Like you could like trade like that, but obviously like nothing happens. So those are the main three: 63B, 3BC, and then her 214C. Next up we got Kohaku, and then now with Kohaku though, she's the only one so far on the list I haven't yet to mention that does not have a proper special cancel. All of them do not work, so I mean, this doesn't work, that doesn't work, that doesn't work, that doesn't work, that doesn't work, this doesn't work. She could do 2-1-4C, but like, I mean, nothing happens. So yeah, those she cannot do any special cancels sadly, so she has to resort to jump cancel. You want to know, however, that Kohaku does have the only 3C in the game that essentially covers cross up. So if I walk up a little bit, that hits behind cleanly. So that is like a benefit that she does have, but again, she does not have a proper 3C cancel, sadly. Warc has 2 or around 3 options that she could do. So the first option that she could do is 623C. And it does cleanly beat that. However, it is a little bit depending on the spacing. Like if I hit the clash pretty high up, she would go under like that. So that's a problem that could be present. And then also she could do as another option 236C, but I mean it's like okay at best. It's kind of like he's gonna DP, not really much damage. I don't think it's worth it. Third option, which is probably the only option, is our 6PC. Oops. Like that, maybe you get a good combo. But yeah. Now for Saber, she's nearly in the realm of Kohaku where she doesn't have any options really. Like most of her stuff is gonna lose. Like Moonskill gonna lose. EX gonna lose. Lose. Pretty much all of it loses. Except for, of course, EXDP, but like, as EXDP. But she does have, like, some unique option. Like, she could do this. Oops. She could do this. Not even that, but like, she can do backstep and then just do that. Or similarly, she could just do, like that. But like, those are like, okay at best. So yeah, Saber is definitely one of those characters where you probably have to do like that, sadly. As for Dan, she also is she only has like one main option, and that's her Moonskill DP. And I think this literally is only possible because of the new patch that made the Moonskill faster. I think Dan is very specifically that it works now and not pre-patch, if I remember correctly. But that is her only option. Everything else doesn't really work. Or she can't do ADP, it's too slow, like that, see? So yeah, it's just mainly her 3BC that Dan can do. As for Aoko, from what I've been testing, I think the main one and the only one that she could really do is her 2-2C after the clash. So something like this. Like some combo or something. But that was the main one I only saw, everything else doesn't seem to work. So yeah, the main one is 2-2C for clash cancel. Now for PCiel, her 3C is just straight up garbage. She's actually the only one in the game that cannot even special cancel after 3C just because of how her animation is. Very weird. Like, you can't even do arc drive. Like I'm mashing arc drive. You can't even do that. Like you just get hit. Like it's just, it is very bad 3C. It is not a good 3C at all. The only thing you could do is just jump cancel. You can jump cancel after this, but it's like, again, I mean, she does have her combo throw, which is like not bad. She did that, and whatever the combo is, it's not bad. But again, as we know, with inconsistencies with the air throw, it could be a little bit weird at times. So yeah, it is pretty on the weaker side for sure, though. For Mars, his is actually the easiest one in the game, because his 3C is a little bit unique. Is that he launches himself in the air. So when a 3C clashes, both. One button. All you need to do is throw. That's all you need to do. Very, very, very consistent. Since you are in the air, you can do air specials, but none of them work. Like, that is not gonna work. Like, most are not gonna work. That's not gonna work either. So just do throw. Easy. One button, take your 1500 damage, and then do your Oki. Not sure why I'm doing Neco Arc as well, but here I am doing Neco Arc as well. It's actually a little bit funny because it's actually kind of hard to make like 3C Clash because Neco Arc is so small. People are gonna be like overshooting their 3C most of the time. So like this is like the freest 3C I've ever seen in my life. Like I have to like position myself to make a clash like that. In cases when it does clash, it doesn't seem like Neco Arc does have the best options. The only one I really saw is their 3BC, like that. That's about it though. For Mash, the main one that she has is her ADP and her moon skill version of the DP. So, oops, like that ADP, or she could do the moon skill version. Like that. Everything else from what I tested doesn't seem to work. It's just those two that Mash can do. For Ushi, the main one that I saw is that she could use her 63C, so she's doing this. And then get a pretty strong combo start. I believe you could get a lot of damage from that starter as well, so it's a nice starter that you could do. And I guess our alternate thing you could do is that, I mean, you don't really get any damage, but you could do like 2BC. It's probably not worth it though. I don't see any reason not to do this over this one. So yeah, that's probably your main cancel option for Ushi. The last one we got is Mr. Dantes himself. For the main one, it's probably gonna be his ADP. Like that, and then whatever comic you get, and then similarly, you can just do the moon skill version. I think those are the only two. I believe everything else doesn't really work. We could try it. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Oops. This one's too slow. Yep. So mainly it's gonna be his DP, ADP, and then moon skill DP. But yeah, that's pretty much all the characters in their 3C Clash cancels. Obviously, I don't play every single character. There may or may not be a better option, or maybe your character just has a better answer than 3C. I'm not for you to decide that. I'm just testing out and giving you suggestions for some 3C Clash cancels that you could do for your character.